Welcome to Arabesque Agenda, the show that will let you know all the fun, exciting, inspiring, and interesting events that are coming up in the arts and culture life of London and the Middle East. First up, let's take a look at what's on in London. At the British Film Institute in Southbank, there will be a screening of the film The Last Man by Lebanese writer and director Ghassan Salhab. This experimental portrayal of the city of Beirut mixes the thriller with the vampire genre. In the story, each morning Beirut awakens to a new murder seemingly committed by a serial killer with victims found emptied of their blood. At the same time, a doctor, Khalil, begins to experience strange symptoms that destabilize him and transform his life. A connection slowly emerges that seems to link Khalil to these victims. Salhab's body of films have come to narrate the state of Lebanon and Beirut in particular during and after the Civil War, and this film is no exception. Tickets are on sale now, and you can catch it at the BFI in Southbank on Monday 3rd of March or Saturday 8th of March. At the Arab British Centre in East London, there will be an afternoon of poetry reading and discussion on the 7th anniversary of the bombing of the famous Al-Mutanabi Street in Baghdad. Al-Mutanabi Street, which had been the meeting place for poets, political dissidents, and literary pundits, filled with bookshops and outdoor stalls, was destroyed by a car bomb which killed 30 people and wounded more than 100. This evening, we'll be bringing together individuals working in the industry to support and celebrate the significance of independent publish and bookselling. There will be a discussion with publishers and booksellers, and to coincide with the discussion, the Iraqi actress Dina Mousavi and Syrian actor Ammar Haj Ahmad will perform poems by Sadi Youssef from the anthology Al-Mutanabi Street Starts Here. This evening, called 7 Years On, Preserving Literary Heritage, will take place on the 5th of March at the Arab British Centre. The event is free, but they do ask that you RSVP at the phone number shown above. Following a successful debut in London and tour in Vienna, Palestinian dance theater group Al Zaytuna Dance Theater is pleased to be taking its latest production, Onto the Breach, to Southampton. It celebrates Palestinian folklore and helps introduce new audiences to the Palestinian cultural history. Onto the Breach is a dance theater adaptation of Shakespeare's Henry V set in modern-day Palestine. The show fuses Palestinian folk dance with contemporary dance, poetry, and theater. It's set to a soundtrack of traditional Palestinian music and original compositions by Dave Randall, who is composer and guitarist from Faithless and Slovo. The show will play at Turner Sims in Southampton on Saturday, 8th of March. For tickets and information, you can call the number above or visit the website on www.turnersims.co.uk. Now, let's take a look at what's on in the Middle East. The Naqsh Gallery in Bahrain is currently exhibiting Pearl by one of the Gulf's most exciting female artists, Arish Rajab. Arish has been a constant participant in many arts events in and outside of Bahrain. She held her first personal exhibition in 2010 and has won 3rd place in the recently held annual female exhibition 2013. Naqsh Gallery's latest collection by Arish will feature fine art pieces inspired by her fascination with the intrinsic beauty and dazzling colors of the pearl. Mohammed Maskati, the director of Naqsh Gallery, says her collection presents a unique study of the rich color tones of this valuable gemstone and how all these blend in harmony with other aesthetic elements. Her collection comes from the core of Naqsh art. The event is slated to continue until the 28th of February at the Naqsh Gallery in Al Aali complex in the Seif district of Bahrain. For a variety of dance classes from the Orient, there is the one and only place that is a must-visit in Turkey. At the Hodjapasha Dance Theater in central Istanbul, the performances of Rhythm of the Dance, White Rose, and the Istanbul Dervishes alternate a weekly program until December this year. Rhythm of the Dance consists of a variety of charming folkloric dances of Anatolia, the Balkans, and the Caucasian regions, combined with exotic Oriental dances including female and male belly dancers. White Rose is a theatrical dance show which combines harem dance, Oriental and modern dance together, and it tells the tales of daily Ottoman harem life in the famous Topkapi Palace. And finally, the famous twirling dancers and dervishes perform to a classical Turkish music orchestra in the midst of the amazing lighting and mystic atmosphere of Hodjapasha. Hodjapasha was converted from a 550-year-old historical Turkish bath, and this culture center is located at the center of the historical peninsula of Istanbul. You can find out more information about the shows on their website at www.hodjapasha.com. Now it's time to find out about our artist of the week, who in some or other way has made a unique impression on us. The artist of this week is talented and courageous director Haifaa Mansour, who with her first feature film Vajida became the first female film director ever of Saudi Arabia. She also is the first person to shoot her film entirely on location in Saudi. Vajida had its first screening in the UK at the London Bird's Eye View Film Festival. Back then we had a chance to meet Haifaa, and this is some of the interesting things she had to say.
But we had really, and I had to film, it's a segregated country, so I had to film from a van and direct my cast from a distance. And it's, for me as a director, I want to be there for them, and it's just like you feel like you have to be there to guide the performance and all. But it is very rewarding. It put a pressure on me to perform and pressure on the actors themselves. We would rehearse before we get separated, and we would understand each other. And I would put an extra effort to have them understand the heart of the scene. So even if we are separated, they understand exactly what I want them to do and what is this is the structure of the whole thing and what is the heart of it. So it worked out at the end.
Thank you so much for joining us. We hope your diary will allow you to visit one of these wonderful events and that you will have an inspiring and enjoyable evening. See you next week for more tips on where to see the best events from the Middle East and North African communities in the UK and the Middle East. Till then, take good care.